you guys obviously clearly saw the separation of CrossFit the sport versus CrossFit the GPP program. And whereas many of these facilities and owners and operators do not, then it's all very much blended into one of the same. When somebody comes in here to MADabolic, they're coming in here because they saw something, they heard something, they have a friend. They come in and they recognize tools. Like this maybe I've never used that, but I recognize these kettlebells over here. Like this is cardio equipment. I can make sense of this in my head. How do you guys marriage it? Because I know Madabolic's big thing, like going to the deload week thing, right? This is a structured 52-week strength and conditioning training cycle. Deload, I see everything that Finley puts out, and it's a running joke. Like, all right, utilization rates are going to be low during deload week. People don't want to come in. How do you guys, like when you sell to someone, because that's always been one of my questions with Mad. It is a true strength and conditioning program, but these are not real athletes. These are athletic people. How do you guys, when you're talking to prospects coming in and you're really talking about this very structured strength and conditioning program, when we know the average person was probably, I was just thinking I'd come in here 3 days a week and work out and sweat with you guys. How do you guys kind of roll that pitch in? Because that's obviously something that really attracted you, like their philosophy of all this.
Well, many people that come in here, they've been training in a lot of different boutique fitness concepts, and they're all very cardio saturated. And so they understand, at least many of them do, that they need to start incorporating strength, but they have no idea where to start. And we can look them in the eye and say, you need to start somewhere. And we have a team that's trained and ready to find out where that is. You might be at this spot, you might be at this spot. We have a very structured system to determine where that is, and we'll start you at the right spot. And we'll make sure that we give you a personal training feel, even though it's in a group concept. And so we have the lanes, and we have everything set up in a way where we can provide that amount of structure. There's no chaos in here, so we could fine tune and personalize that workout for you. Not every person gets their own workout, but we know that we can figure out, hey, you are going to be at some level of this movement. Maybe it's not the full movement everyone's doing. Maybe it's a regression to that movement, but we have a team that knows what they're doing. They know their stuff, and we're going to make sure that that's right for you.
Without trying to go too scientific with them, we express and tell them the importance of it. You're still going to come in here, you're going to sweat. Yeah, you're not going to lay on the floor after doing it, but you're going to have a great flush, and your body's going to feel ready for the next 12 weeks. Because if you properly go through that 12-week cycle, you'll be craving a deload. I mean, like we both do, especially not this latest one because of some of the different stuff given the family-related stuff, but the one before that, when we finished in 2021, I was fucking ready. I need a deload. I need my body to kind of get a little bit of a relaxation state and chill out my central nervous system. We tell individuals, especially when they're coming from that CrossFit realm, we tell them that this is the area that is going to allow you to be able to calm yourself down from a central nervous system standpoint, to be able to get ready for the next 12 weeks of training hard. And you don't need to train hard every single day. Think of it on Thursdays. It was usually Thursday, active recovery day for most gyms. Monday through Wednesday, you have your typical program. Thursdays, your gymnastic, flow, state. I don't know what it is currently, but that's what it was back a few years ago. So think of it being that it's instead of broken into 1 day a week of doing it that way, now you're just doing it 7 days in a row.
No, I agree. As you were saying that, I was up with Corbin just a few weeks ago, and I got to speak with one of his members. And Corbin, pointed to me and said, hey, that guy, he was a hardcore CrossFitter, and he came in here. And so I got my camera in him, I got in his face, and he's like, hey, a federal big kind job. I can't be filmed, whatever, but I'll give you the audio. So I got put the mic down, and I'm talking to him, and he's talking exactly what you were saying, is that I was enjoying what I was doing. I wasn't enjoying what it was beating, like the level of the beat the shit out of my body to me looking good naked wasn't there. Like I felt beat to shit and I looked better, but man, if I'm going to feel like this, I better look fucking incredible. It's kind of like, when you're in college, I don't know about, what kind of college experience you guys had. It's like partying in college. I love fucking partying. If it ended in day, I was drinking. Like I was going out, and then after a while that starts to kick the shit out of you. And you're like, I don't know, man. I think, chilling at home and watching some TV and like cooking a ribeye would be actually kind of nice, right? Like it's something, you kind of back off. You don't want that anymore. You're looking for that deload. And you're right. For us in the strength and conditioning world, we're like, well, this is how it goes. You go here, little deload, and then we're back here, we're here. And like, that's periodization. That's how we grow. That's the part I think is be very interesting. I think Madabolic's going to really create the layman's term and the ability for the average human to relate to actual strength and conditioning protocols, principles, and vocabulary and terminology as the franchise model grows and more people are talking about deload, because that is something you would only see in a high-level strength and conditioning program. You didn't see it in CrossFit. No such fucking thing as a deload.